beautiful people. My name is Latoya, and I am here to share tips on how I grew waist length hair, waist length 4B/4C hair to be exact. And I hope that my tips will help you. It's been quite a hair journey, and I started out relaxed and then I transitioned to natural, and I will make a video of my full hair story. If you feel like your hair is not growing, here's 10 tips that might help you. Tip number 1 is to finger detangle. This is, to me, so important, especially with our type of hair, which has tight curls. Finger detangling will reduce a lot of breakage. So I always finger detangle first before I use a wide tooth comb. I didn't even used to use a wide tooth comb. I used to solely just finger detangle. But now I do incorporate a wide tooth comb just to make sure I'm really detangling my hair. So to finger detangle, I usually start from the bottom up to my roots. And that's how I finger detangle. It reduces a lot of breakage. You get those knots out first, the main knots out first, and then you can use your wide tooth comb and brush if you use a brush. I never use a brush, but if you want to use a brush, that's fine. Just make sure the main knots are out first, and that will help a lot with reducing breakage. Tip number 2 is to be gentle with your hair. That goes without saying, but I know that if your wash day is on a day when you're tired, you're ready to go to sleep, that's not a good day to wash your hair. Make sure on wash day that you're well rested for the most part, so that you'll have the patience to go through your hair and properly detangle it without ripping through your hair. You do not want to do that. That's going to lead to breakage, and breakage leads to no growth. Number 3 is be gentle, and that goes along with being patient. But being gentle means going back to finger detangling. Finger detangle your hair first. I know it will take more time, but it's going to lead to less breakage if you just take your time, feel the knots with your fingers, and you can really feel for the knots when you do it that way. With the comb, you can't really feel the knots, you can't really feel the tangles, but finger detangling is your best friend. Point number 4 is to work in sections. This is so important. This is how I grew my hair to waist length. Honestly, finger detangling and working in sections is the main way that I've achieved waist length hair. So working in sections, depending on how long your hair is, you could work in 2 sections, 4 sections, 6 sections, is really up to you. I work in about 4 sections, but it's broken down. Hopefully I have a clip, but you'll see how I break down my sections. And this is how I always do my hair. So work in sections, and it will help you be more patient. It'll help you not be intimidated when you're doing your hair. So you definitely want to work in sections. That's huge. Number 5 is to detangle with oil or conditioner with good slip. So when I first went natural, I'm not sure if I even detangled with oil or anything, which isn't good. I use deep conditioner now. I deep condition my hair first, and then I wash my hair. So detangle with some type of oil, some type of deep conditioner, even water, anything, just to get that slip going and to reduce breakage. Number 6 is diet. Of course, you are what you eat. I know you hear it all the time, but if you want healthier hair, you have to eat healthier. Now, some people, it's a genetics thing. Some people are just going to have long hair because it runs in their family. But for the most part, you want to eat healthy anyway, the best that you can. I know it's not easy. I love food. I love soul food. But personally, for me, I noticed a huge growth spurt with my hair when I started drinking smoothies. As soon as I introduced smoothies into my diet, my hair growth started really coming, and I was surprised because at that point I was at a standstill with my hair journey. But when I incorporated smoothies, that's when it really kicked in. So you might want to incorporate some smoothies and yeah, get some nutrition going. Number 7 is to be gentle with your edges. Our edges are so sensitive. My edges have kind of always been thin, on the thinner side, ever since I was using relaxers. But I'm always gentle with my edges. As you can see, this is a protective style bun, and I always wear this bun, either a high bun or a low bun. But yeah, the edges, especially when you're wearing braids, you want to definitely be gentle with your edges. You might want to take your edges out and you know, slick them down with gel. I don't use gel personally, but slick them down with a hair mousse or something, just to leave your edges out so that they don't break, because they're very sensitive. So be gentle with those edges. Number 8 is to use protective styles. As I mentioned before, this is my main protective style, my bun. I'll do twists. I'll wear my twist down. I'll do a twist out for a few days, and then I'll twist it back up. I do wear my hair out, but not a lot. I mostly do protective styles, and this is how I keep my hair growth, basically. If I were to wear my hair out all the time, I would definitely have breakage, especially if I didn't protect it at night. Some people do wash and goes, you know, and I've never done one. It's just, I might try one maybe in the future, but for me, the twists work. Twist and twist out. So just do what works for you. Number 9 is moisture. Moisture is super important for us naturals because of our tight curls. The sebum that grows from our scalp, which is the natural oils, they don't make it all the way to the end of our hair strands because of the, you know, our coils and everything. With people with straight hair, they have oily hair and they have to wash their hair much more often than we do. But because our hair is naturally dry, we definitely have to have moisture, definitely. So I deep condition before I wash my hair. I deep condition to finger detangle and just for the moisture as well. Also, I personally don't, I should, but in between, before you wash your hair, you should spritz your hair with water just to moisturize it throughout the week. I need to get better with that, but you could do that as well. But moisture is key, and I use the LOC method, LOC method, which is liquid, which for me is water when I'm washing my hair. Oil, I use olive oil, and cream, I use shea butter to seal in the moisture. And that's what I do every wash day. And you could use your own method, but just make sure your hair is moisturized. Number 10 is to protect your hair at night. So every night I make sure my hair is twisted. I wear twists anyway, so that's not hard for me. But you want to make sure that you use a silk or satin pillowcase or bonnet or scarf when you sleep at night, because cotton, it dehydrates your hair. It sucks out the moisture. So you want to definitely make sure your hair is protected at night, because when you're tossing and turning, you know, that could create a lot of hair tangles. But if your hair is in some chunky twists or something, or you have your silk or satin pillowcase, it'll be a lot better. It'll help to seal in the moisture better and to reduce the friction when you're sleeping. So that is all of the 10 tips, but I have a bonus for you, and that is to keep up on your trims. So for me, I dust my hair, meaning when I wash my hair, I'll look and see what needs to be trimmed, or if I come across a knot while I'm finger detangling, I'll just cut it. I'll try to work it out, but if it doesn't work out, I'll just cut the knot, because you don't want to keep knots in your hair. And the main thing with that is you want to retain your length. I know certain medications could stop hair growth, but for the most part, our hair is always growing. Our hair grows a half an inch a month on average. So as long as you're pretty healthy, your hair is growing. But what stops us is retaining length. We're not retaining our length due to not having enough moisture in our hair, causing breakage by not being gentle with our hair, or it could be several things. But you want to retain your length, and trims are important. You could get it done by a professional, which is recommended, a professional you trust that won't cut off all your hair. Or you could do it yourself. You could blow dry your hair and see what needs to be trimmed, or you can straighten your hair, see what needs to be trimmed. But trims are important, so you want to keep up on it. So that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for my next video. Peace.